If you are new to running or getting back into it after a long time off, you may be tempted to go all out when you first start. Don't be. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about runners doing too much too soon in their training, so stay tuned. Hey running friends, Wrinkled Runner here. When I first started running, it was to lose weight. Like a lot of people, once I decided that was what I was going to do, I went all in, dieting and exercising like crazy. It can be tempting to go all in with anything we do, but doing so with running can break us down and cause injury. We sometimes want to get to a certain point quicker than our bodies can do it. We may be trying to lose weight, get race ready, or have another goal in mind. Especially for those of us who are older, we want our bodies to respond to what we want to do as if we are the age we are in our heads. That's not to say we can't do great things with those bodies. We just have to be smart about it. If you used to run but haven't in a long time, the urge may be to think you should start right where you were, distance or pace-wise. The reality is the body isn't built that way. Whatever goal you have will be hard or impossible to get to if you try to do too much. Start where you are, not where you want to be, not where you think you should be. That means if you're new to running or haven't run in a while, you need to act like a rookie and build up your base, especially if you're coming back from a prolonged illness or injury. Listen to the wisdom that says to only add 10% to your weekly mileage, and also listen to the wisdom that says 80% of your runs should be easy. That means if you're running 4 times a week, only one of those runs should be a stressful run. Going at a quicker pace, doing a running workout, or doing a longer run. The great thing about this approach, besides not getting injured, is that this gives you permission to start slow. This can be so much more motivating than failing to reach where we once were. We get to start fresh. You're probably very familiar with going great guns at something and then by week 3, you're not doing it at all. Just looking around my house, I can find a sauerkraut crock, a bread maker, a banana into ice cream maker. I'm sure there are examples in your space too. Things we went all in for that are just now collecting dust. Running can be the same. If you are running tons of mileage or doing all the workouts or killing yourself trying to make each run faster, you will break down your body, and your running shoes will join the list of dust gatherers, even if you want to be running. Our bodies are built to adapt, so when we teach it to run the right way, it goes pretty well. When we push it past where it is currently capable of being, it will stop you in the form of injury. Whether it's a stress fracture that can take you out for a few months, or knee issues, or even a popped tendon, our bodies are good at letting the brain know it's reached its limit. The strategy of gradually adding more mileage or time is for our benefit. We build our fitness up, adapt, which happens during rest and recovery, then we get better. You can certainly push and push, but eventually you will be stopped by your own body. So look at rest and recovery and gradually building up as keeping you running instead of keeping you from running. Doing too much can lead to burnout and overtraining, which leads to burnout and overtraining. It's a vicious cycle. It not only affects you physically, but mentally as well. I had a burnout a few years ago and almost had to stop marathon training because I was taking on way too much. I had all the symptoms and had to finally admit that I needed to cut out one of the training days completely, which got me back on track. Now, you may not be training for a marathon, but think of your start to run journey or whatever your goal is as your marathon, and get the mindset that if you stick with it and build up gradually, you will be more apt to be a long-term runner instead of giving up and quitting because you burn out. As you get to know your body, you will be able to figure out what it is capable of, and you'll be able to adjust up to the next level. Learning that takes some time, so just enjoy the build-up for now. If you're just starting out, check out the RRCA 30-minute training plan. This will help you get to 30 minutes of constant running. The plan builds up slowly and steadily, which is perfect. Once you get to a place in your training that you would like to be, what are next steps? Well, you can start to incorporate different running workouts, and I'll put a link to that video in the description, and you could start planning to race. Not everyone races though, so don't think of that as the holy grail or something that you have to attain to if you don't feel like racing. One of the great things about running is you can do you. So run smart. Next week's video will be kind of a companion to this one, and I'll be talking about running each run as it's prescribed. Run your easy days easy. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and join me every Wednesday morning. The Wrinkled Runner is not only a YouTube channel, there is a blog and podcast as well. You can link to all of the outlets below, as well as any resources I talked about in today's video. Email me at sherry@wrinkledrunner.com with any questions, and hit the link to subscribe to my once-a-month newsletter, where I share things I've come across in the running world, talk a bit about what I've been doing in my training, and provide links to whatever videos, posts, and podcast episodes have been put up in the past month. Newsletters are sent the first Saturday of every month. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the run.